Hi, so let's do a quick analysis of where the market stands at the end of 5th of October. So we are again very near to the all-time high, and this is exactly what was expected. And so basically, if you are buying at dips, whenever the market giving you an opportunity, वही strategy काम कर गई इस बार भी. And so let's do a quick analysis. So we would be not investing more time. So from a weakness perspective, we can see that Petronet, also Jubilant Food. So these are a few of the stocks. Also Apollo Hospital, after this particular red candle, we told about we would be waiting for closing about 5,000. Hindalco also is sort of dancing at 500. DLF, very nice consolidation. Godrej Properties, very nice consolidation at all-time high is happening. Together with that, Cipla, it was not able to hold the levels of 950, and right now it's very much towards the levels of 925 ish, which is again going to act like a support. But the difference being, it was in a box, it gave a fake breakout, and now this is as a failed breakout, so it can correct more towards the levels of 900. Bharat Forge is also unable to go towards the levels of 800, and today also it seems like because of the news flow there is negative sentiment, and maybe it will correct more towards the levels of 700 to get some support. So these are few of the counters which are absolutely weak in this particular market. But now let's do a quick analysis and quick look into what would be our focus for the next session. Tata Power has been making new 52-week high. We have been waiting for some correction, some dip, so that we can be evaluating the strength of this momentum. But unfortunately, हमें वो मिला नहीं, and this is what happens when the stock is at momentum, and every day there are new positive news flow. So from a trading perspective, we can say today also it had a very good run. I am not in this particular stock right now, and I am just waiting for a confirmation of this breakout, or at least a dip and some reversal from that dip, so that we can take up positions. I want to jump in these trades. RT, we were in the trade, and today it went towards 1070 plus levels, and I think 1100 seems like a good target for now. ONGC also closed a day's high at 164 for 165 levels. So it started off from 150, so it was a huge move today. Let's see if it is how it is able to hold this, and whether it will try to let's see if it enters into a consolidation phase. That would give us a much better opportunity to understand this momentum. ABFRL भी अच्छी closing भी है. IndusInd Bank भी 1200 की तरफ जा रही है. This is what we have been telling about when this dip came, that hopefully अगर ये 1100 levels के नीचे closing नहीं देती है, so the upward momentum would continue, and this is exactly what happened today. Even Hind Petro, जिसको हमने 280 levels के closing से हमने यहाँ पे अपना positions बनाए थे, and from there we have been adding more on this particular candle, and our target was a 52-week high at 312 region, and yeah, this also closed at a day's high because of the news flow in the crude prices getting this is all crude based plays. IRCTC का हमारा target 4200 था, and that was actually achieved today. Let's see, and hopefully it will just consolidate, and it would be the best that could happen. Even Deepak Nitrate also, it gave us a 5% move from yesterday's closing in the morning, and this was also a good trade. We entered when 2500 levels were breached yesterday, and from there today it went towards the levels of 2750, and so this was also a good trade. IOC is also closed at 52-week high, just like ONGC and Hind Petro. So these were a few of the trades which SBI Life we didn't trade. It's a good setup, but right now I'm just trying to stay away from the insurance companies. Similarly, Tata Power also had a good move. A good support came in from the levels of 500, and maybe going forward it will try to take us towards the levels of 540. This is also very near to this all-time high. Naveen Fluorine also faced some resistance at 4000 levels, so this was already expected. And yeah, so basically Reliance of course 2600 हमारा जो short term target था, the target which we have been talking about since these days, and especially जब ये 2400 को maintain कर रही थी, तो हमारा target 2600 का short term का था जो that was achieved, and I think there's still momentum left, and maybe going forward we will be seeing some good moves in the next few sessions. Emphasis is also trying to get some support 3000 में Titan it made an all-time high, and हमारा 2200 का target it was achieved today. This target was from these particular days जहाँ पे ये 2000 के ऊपर closing देके maintain कर रही थी. It took 20 days, sort of 20 sessions, but at least it was able to achieve it, and this is also good. AU Bank, in case you are interested, this is also a good closing. Voltas also a very nice move came in after the consolidation, so basically this is also looking good. See, this is the reason we have always tried to avoid BPCL, and so even or हमारी favorite Hind Petro as well as IOC, and this is exactly what's even reflected in the price, that this is how market gives you this good moves. Vedanta was finally able to close above 300, so maybe this is also going to be a good mover in the very short term. Godrej consumer product, actually a lot of companies are in this good structure, just like United Breweries also gave a good move, and maybe going forward there can be a good move coming in United Spirits. LTTS also हमने कल बोला था कि ये 4500 levels में जाके support मिलेगी, and that's exactly what happened. It dipped towards 4520. We are buying all the dips in IT companies, just like we are creating positions in companies like Mindtree and Coforge and LTTS. हम नौकरी से सिर्फ, other than Naukri, we are just creating positions in all the major all the mid cap IT companies. Tata Motors also it inched towards 350. हमने कल BTST में लिया था at 340 levels, so this was also a good 3% move which we got today in the morning. Other than Audi, मैंने उसके बारे में तब tweet भी किया था, so this was also a good trade. Bajaj Finance also 7700 के ऊपर closing दी है, आज 7750 के ऊपर, and it closed near day's high. Of course हमारा target all time high at 8000 levels, and let's see how far this is going to achieve it. So this is definitely going to be in our radar. Other than that, Excite Industry and is still in consolidation. Astral also gave us a good move today, and I think this is a typical very bearish, very bullish structure. Sorry, or 2500 levels को easily वो one of these days break कर देगी. Maybe it will consolidate sometime, or even if it dips, I would be adding more. We added positions from these day onward, and then we carried positions over here, और फिर हमने यहाँ पे जाके अपना कल ये फुल बुक किया था, and then again today in the morning we again created as soon as we saw it was able to hold the levels of 2350, which was also what I tweeted early in the morning yesterday. So वो maintain कर रही थी, so we added, and today it went towards 4320 for 2430 levels, so this was also a good trade, and I am optimistic of getting some more moves in the short term. Pidilite also a very fantastic move. PEL I don't see. I should have seen PEL somewhere over here in the top. This was one of the fantastic trades. Yeah, exactly. So it was able to give a closing above 2800, and we were in the trade. From this again multiple times we have traded in this region, लेकिन particularly इसके 2700 में कल जो break की थी हमने उसमें trade लिया था, वो 2840 levels तक गई थी, and today again we were carrying it as a BTST, and again when ये जब 2800 break की, we created more positions. I tweeted about it, and from there it went towards the levels of 2950. मैंने इसके बारे में ट्वीट किया था 3000 is like a good target, so let's see if it is able to achieve it in this week, but definitely things are looking really good from a market perspective. नौकरी में हमारा कोई पोजीशन नहीं है, and definitely other than that हम जितने भी mid cap ITs हैं उसमें सब हम अपना buy and dips कर रहे हैं, and we are trying to keep it to a minimal position right now. and we would be adding more as and when the momentum comes in the IT sector. Other than that, there is not much of a trading opportunity. Of course, Tata can be churning all-time high banai, and this we have been tracking since the day it was able to close above 900. It came at 900, and today it went towards the levels of 950. So I think it is definitely a good company, and going forward there can be a good move towards the levels of 1000. So this is also one of the escorts again. आज ये फिर 1500 levels को breach की. We have been creating positions at 1420 1440 region over here, and we are just waiting for a good confirmation and a good candle, and then one of these days I think it will definitely go towards the targets of 1600, and it is one of the very few companies which is trading at all-time high, which is not true for the sector. Nam India हमने ट्वीट किया था, and this actually made a new all-time high today at 464 levels. हमारा 460 का target था, and this was easily achievable, and we actually traded even last all-time high, which was created on this particular day on 23rd of September, and today also. So this is again looking good, as long as the levels of 420 is not breached on a closing basis. There is still, it is going to move forward, and one of the companies is Trent. So Trent made an all-time high on this particular day, and we were carrying positions from here, and this is also what I've been treating, and then it made an all-time high, we booked, and now again we are waiting for some nice consolidation which is happening in 1050 levels. We are just waiting and trying to see if what would be the next move. I am more than happy to make a position if a particular strong move comes in. Also, Muthoot Finance was able to give a closing about 1500, and now a very nice consolidation is happening over here, which is very near to its all-time high. So maybe this is also one of the companies we should be tracking and keeping in our radar. Definitely, Bajaj Finance is already there, so Bajaj Finance is also trying to go towards this all-time high. 18,000 per closing would be much of an interest to us, just like Bajaj Finance में 7800 के ऊपर closing would be of interest to us, which is just 50 points from where it closed today. Lic Housing Finance, we talked about this company, and now today it went towards the levels of 450. I think this took some time, but at least it was a good move, and we were able to take this. And also on the top of that, there's another company, M&M Finance, which we have talked earlier about, and so M&M Finance also made sort of a good move towards the levels of 192. और हमारी और एक फेवरेट है चोला फाइनेंस, जिसमें मेरे बहुत पोजीशंस बना रहे हैं at 550. It's dancing, it's unable to give a closing about 580, but the day when it would be able to close about 580, it would definitely shoot towards trying to try and go to make a new all-time high. हमने इस ऑल टाइम हाई में अपने प्रॉफिट्स बुक किए थे, and then we were waiting for the consolidation. Unfortunately that didn't happen, and a breakdown came, and this breakdown actually moved back the price to levels of 550. So in general, the finance sector is looking good. So it's more like medium. So there are different layers, right, in which I do trade, and there are different trading strategies which I do employ. So the one of them is जो high momentum में होती है, उनमें हम अपना positions बना के we are trying to make some money, and that sector, the sector which qualifies for that particular trade are all the chemical companies like Aarti, Deepak Nitrite, SRF, and Navin Fluorine. We already talked about Navin Fluorine, of why we would not be interested in Navin Fluorine for now, and that video you will find in the upper right hand corner, जिसमें मैंने explicitly discuss किए थे over the weekend as well as on Monday, कि other than Navin Fluorine we would be tracking and trading in other companies, and this is exactly what happened. All the other chemical companies, Aarti Industry is near about its all-time high, but other than that, SRF and Deepak Nitrite together with Tata Chem, all these three companies, chemical-related companies, they made a good move today, and this was also what was expected. Our second strata की companies है जिसमें all-time high से थोड़ी सी dip आई है, ज़्यादा dip नहीं आई है, and it's trying to recover, and that actually is true for banking and banking financials, just like State Bank of India, Bajaj Finance, Kotak Mahindra. So these are actually good names. Or momentum में definitely you have companies like PEL, IRCTC, so ये भी आती हैं, as well as IOC and Himpetro में हमारा टारगेट 315 का था, and this was easily achievable in just a couple of sessions. हमने ये भी बोला था कि ये जब 300 के ऊपर ऐसे सस्टेन कर रही थी, so definitely our target was a 52 week high, and you can see just in a matter of 2 sessions it was able to make a new 52 week high. Going forward, there is definitely a lot of steam left, and the way the energy prices are priced in. But again, you have to understand, I am not suggesting a fresh position over here, because the crude prices can actually drastically change just in a moment's notice. And the problem is, these changes, they do happen when the Indian markets are closed, as a result of which we are not able to alter our trades or close our trades in profit. So this is the only caveat that you have, जिसको आपको consider करनी होगी. Other than that, strategy आज भी वही है. We are targeting new all-time high, very strong closing and reliance, of course. Going forward, अगर कल ये अच्छी consolidating structure बनाई, and especially with a small body, definitely going forward, that target which I had of 600 may be interim target and not the final one for a short time. Thanks a lot for listening. Of this video is going to give you some of the trading strategies and ideas I have. In general, I'm buying IT. It may not be a prudent, or it may not be a intelligent move, because of course there can be more correction coming in the sector. But I am actually very much optimistic that these prices are good for me. Also, on the top of that, the money which I'm investing is sort of the money which I've made from all the profits in these trades. So it's a free money for me, and hence I always deploy my free money in buying stocks which I want to keep in my portfolio. And I also want to deploy it in the companies which I love. So thanks a lot for listening. Hope this video is going to help you. As always, please consult your financial advisor for any financial or investment related queries. Bye bye.